Yes guys, what is happening and welcome back to a brand new video. So today you join me with the Kona. It's not even an i30, is it? It's just a Kona, is that what it is? So today we're doing some spicy mods to the Hyundai. I said we need to get on it, we need to smash some content out, and this is exactly what we're doing. So I've dragged him from his house to my house and we're going to do some spicy mods to this. So this might be split up into two videos, so let's show you what we're actually going to do. So right then, so we have got some nice goodies forge bits. So we've got a forge glass valve, which we are going to be fitting today. And we've got forge induction kit with forge silicone hoses. And then for the second video, potentially, it's going to be the GTS race chip. See what it's like, see if it makes a difference. And yeah, so without further ado, let's get on it. So now we are installing the race chip GTS black. I'm not too sure if there's different. Is there different variations?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Different power levels. That's the top one.
Oh, that's the top one, yeah. So I'm guessing this plugs into the OBD port.
Bluetooth as well.
Yeah. So you can show us on your phone and that when you turn it on and stuff like that. Yeah. So yeah, let's show you how to install race chip GTS. So the first thing it says on the instruction manual is you've got to disconnect your battery. You lock the car, disconnect the battery, open the bonnet, and then leave it up for 10 minutes, yeah?
Yeah.
Right then, so we've got this side that plugs into the race chip, and then we've got all these different wiring kind of looms. So the best way to explain it is kind of, it's going to take out the OEM wiring, and you're going to have to plug it into this. So for here we have A. So let's show you how we do A. So if you come here, so you have the map sensor, I believe, which is there. So we're going to have to pull that out, and then we're going to have to connect that wire into either this one or this one, and then this one, for example, has got to go into the OEM port. So the wiring has still got to go into this one, but then this one has got to go into that, if that makes sense. So we'll try and connect one up just so you can kind of see how it goes, because it does sound a bit confusing. Ready? Right, so this one I basically just pulled out of there, as you can see, silicone pipes probably covering it. So this one, it only goes one way, so if you push it and there's a bit of resistance, spin it around and it will go in. So this one, ready? So what you want to do is you want to hear that click and give it a little pull just to make sure it's in nice and tight. And then this one, which is on the wiring loom, so obviously you got that one connected. Now you got this one has got to connect into there, so you are utilising all of the sensors. Right. Done it behind or in front? Might be a bit difficult. That didn't really. Right then, so the next one is B, as marked up on there, and this one goes to the manifold absolute pressure sensor, which is this one here. So we're gonna push down on that, pull, give it a little wiggle. So it's orange there, so we're going to get this little orange one, hopefully. There we go, that's on nice. And then we're going to get this one. Doesn't seem like it wants to go on that way. Give it a push. There we go, and that's them two done there. Right then, so this is the camshaft sensor, so we're going to hopefully pull this one out. Let's wiggle. Hang on. And then trying to look male and female, so I'm guessing that one is gonna pop in there like so. And then this one is gonna orange on an orange. Doesn't matter. Right then, so I went orange and orange, so like male, female. It didn't make sense. So basically the orange bit had come off that and it stayed on that connector there, so we was right, it was just the wrong way. There we go, nice click on there, and then obviously orange connector in there. It's like a waterproof protectant. And there we go, nice and clicked, easy as that. Ready? It's alright, it's only going to kind of go in one way. To be honest, I can't really work out which way it goes in. I believe it might be this way. And then push, and it locks it into place. So as you close that, it pulls it into that a bit more. So yeah, then it's the case of just, we're going to stick it like round there. We're going to get all this nice and neat and tidy. Put the battery back on, see if it works. Then, so what we're going to do now is we're just going to put the ignition on. We're not going to start it, are we? Yeah. So you're just going to get all these out of the way and make it look nice and neat. So what I'll do, I'll skip to you in a sec when all this is nice and neat. There we go. Yep, it's lit up, Bluetooth's on, turned on, but it says 0. Right, so we're on the main menu, as you can see here. So if you're new to connecting to it, I'd go on settings, Bluetooth, connect to the actual device. So our one's GTS black, wasn't it? Yeah. Connect to that, and then you can have a barcode on your user manual. You either scan that in or put the digits in, and then as it's configuring, it'll give you a pin on the screen. It'll ask you for what the pin is, but it's just underneath it, so type that in, and then this is where we're at. So at the minute it's in sport, there's an eco mode and there's a race mode. If you
turn it off as well.
Oh, can you? So you
yeah,
don't
so
want
you
it
go back to stock.
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, whatever you, does it feel different from like pressing it and then accelerating, do you think?
Should do, yeah. We'll find out.
Let's go. Right then, so at the minute we're in eco. There is obviously 3 different modes you can put it in. Depends on however fancy you feel like driving. I would say with this there is an undermining kind of, will your warranty be void? Won't your warranty be void? If I personally bought this, I'd be looking to just disconnect it and put all the standard connections back on. I can't see how an insurer or like say if obviously something happened to the car and you had to take it back to the manufacturer, I don't see how they could find out that this has been put on it. So by all means, comment down below, let me know your thoughts. People have recommended these, saying these are brilliant, they've increased the power, better MPG, but obviously if you think this would get away with the insurance or taking it into a dealership, comment down below, because obviously you help me understanding, and obviously people down below are going to be like, yo, can you actually get away with this? So yeah, we're going to stick it in. What we're going to do, sport or race, do you reckon? It's quite wet, so I'm worrying about grip here, but yeah, we're going to whack it in one of these now and see if it makes any difference. So let's go. Right then, so do a little cheeky pull to 30. There we go. Just started to slip. Now we're going to crack it in sport, so it's literally like pretty much instant. Yeah, right, another cheeky pull to 30. Yep, wow, straight away it started spinning the wheels up in it. Right, might as well try race. This might be pretty silly. There we go, race mode we are in. I'd say definitely does a spin now, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Right, so now we're in like race mode, and you can feel like it definitely boosts. Like, drop it to like, there we go, we're spinning. Michelin PS4 S's. What power increase did you say it would give you, percentage wise?
I think it's about 50 horsepower.
Really? That's pretty good, to be fair.
An X amount of torque, I'm not sure what it was.
Yeah, you can definitely feel the torque. So 20 miles an hour, little pull here. Ready?